All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome
we
back.
are back.
Friday. It's that time, 6 p.m., a little after 6 p.m., but you know how things work around here. We're here. All right. How we feeling tonight,
It's the
John?
amazing show as usual.
Absolutely.
Hype. Ready for the sports slate.
Absolutely. We got all the necessary sports involved tonight. Baseball's back. We're in the full swing of things. NBA is coming to playoff time, which is pretty exciting, and the NFL draft's right around the corner. So it's a big point of the offseason for a lot of sports right now. I know we're excited for sure.
Exactly. And UFC 300 just tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even mention that. Yeah, the biggest UFC fight card of almost all time is less than 24 hours away. So that's also very exciting. So it's a big weekend, big show tonight. A lot of things planned for you guys. Going to cover all subjects possible. But we started off as normal. MLB talk and some parlay building and the fun part of being the weekend.
Exactly. The money-making process.
Absolutely. So to kick things off, I guess we can talk a little baseball real quick, talk about our Reds for a second, who have taken a little bit of a tumble since last Friday. Given up, four straight, I think? Or close to it, or no, three straight, I believe. Yeah.
Giving up some games we shouldn't have given away. Almost blowing an 8-run lead a few nights back.
Yeah. And the
Our biggest
at
battle,
pitching,
I've told a lot of
people. You said what?
I've told a lot of people one of our biggest struggles is inconsistency.
Oh, no, absolutely. And it stays in the bullpen. I mean, our depth at pitching is just not getting any better. Our closer, Alexis Diaz, obviously still doesn't look great, which was a big part of why we won a lot of games last season. And it's looking rough. But I'll tell you one thing: Elliot De La Cruz continues to come into his natural form. I mean, the dude's looking great the past few games. Had a in the park home run just a few nights ago. That was actually a 2 home run game. Just smacked a homer last night, if I'm not mistaken. So Ellie doing everything he can, but we're still unfortunately missing Matt McClain, who's one of our best hitters and one of our better power hitters in the lineup. So that's a big down toll on us right now. Things just not going our way.
We've been missing Nick Lodolo, but he should be back within the next couple of days, literally any time now, hopefully. Knock on wood, of course, for those situations.
Yeah, he'll be a huge add to the lineup. We need
Ellie has, like you said, been a natural phenom.
Yeah, he's electric, dude. He's young, he's talented, he's fun to watch, he's so fast, and he's just a likable guy. I mean, he completed his first post game interview in English the other night, so that was his big night. So that was pretty cool for him, big milestone in his career. Learning English ain't easy.
Exactly, and being able to do something like that, for your teammates and the fans is huge.
Right. And he's just showing the kind of time he puts into these things. When you're a full-time baseball player practicing all the time, he still had to make time to go learn English. That wasn't easy. He probably had multiple training sessions and everything that goes into learning a different language. And on top of that, he was still grinding on the field, getting better and doing what he needed to do to be the leader of this team,
Exactly. And he hasn't hit any kind of slump yet that a lot of people tried talking onto his name. Like you said, learning a whole other language on top of things.
Right. I mean, and he's a guy that's still very young. He has a lot to learn still, but you can see the bright spots and the talent and, the potential he can reach. I mean, if he calms down a little bit in the batter's box and just learns to take more pitches and kind of gets better vision through these years, I mean, he's going to be a dangerous kid a few years from now, as he already is.
Yeah, 100%.
So we hope for a bounce back in this series that's starting tonight against the White Sox, who are obviously a team that's struggling as well. Not a very great thing going on over in Chicago. 2-10.
Yeah,
we're sitting at 6-6. Yeah. So hopefully we can make up some ground tonight. I missed last night's game. Unfortunately, got rained out against the Brewers. That game has been postponed to August. So we'll see that later in the year. But yeah, hoping for a big bounce back against the White Sox tonight, a very beatable team.
Yeah, 100%. Because like you said, terrible record, off to a terrible start, and our biggest battle has just been inconsistency. So if we get the bats off to a good start tonight, it should be a series we win regardless. But we need to start hot.
Right, we've shown that the offense can be there. I mean, we've had multiple games where we've put up double-digit runs and double homer games, and I mean, we show that the offense can compete with the best of them. So
yeah, 100%.
We'll keep things on trend here, moving into our parlay build, and we're going to give you guys an MLB parlay build that we like for tonight. A very big slate tonight, and one of the first times of the year that we actually have some later games. They're not all 1, 2 p.m. games, so that's a big plus for us.
Yeah, 100%.
So like I said, we'll start things off with the money line build. I got some ones that I like. Is there any games that you're eyeing or in particular that you like for tonight?
Obviously, the Dodgers game is huge.
Right.
I'm kind of surprised that they have the Texans. Look at me. I'm already ready for the NFL segment. But the Texas Rangers as an underdog for tonight.
Right. I did notice that. The Houston Astros are a very good team who have been playing very well this year. I will say that. But Texas Rangers always good value as an underdog. Another underdog I like tonight is the Angels with Reed Detmers on the mound tonight, going up against the Boston Red Sox. We know that's Mike Trout's team, man. And when he's on, but he needs some help. And I think they got a very good opportunity tonight against the Red Sox, to be honest. And then another dog I like a lot is a team that I'm super high on this year. I know we've talked about them on here. They were in some of our prediction videos. Is the Baltimore Orioles as dogs tonight coming in on the Milwaukee Brewers? It's a big dog I'm on.
Especially with rookie phenom Jackson Holiday.
Yes, who just made his MLB debut a few nights ago. Actually had an RBI in his opening game. Still looking for his first hit on the stat sheet, though. So as we move down the list, you still have Giants and Tampa Bay Rays, which is a game I think I'm going to stay away from. FanDuel has them essentially as a pick 'em right now, a pick whoever 50-50 shot. So I think that's a game I'm going to fade tonight. I like the Blue Jays over the Rockies, though, who are sitting at decently big favorites in the baseball world. As we move down, you got the Braves and the Marlins. The Atlanta Braves are always a team that you love to put your money on. We've seen them struggle against the Marlins, though, especially the other night. They had, 9 runs put up on them in the first couple of innings, if I'm not mistaken. So Marlins showing that they can bat, but I think the Braves bounce back.
Yeah.
Like I said, as we move down the list, Angels and Red Sox. I told you I had the Angels in that one personally over the Red Sox tonight. KC Royals versus the Mets. Now, the Mets are sitting at favorites, and this is a game I'll probably stay away from if I'm honest. I think the Royals could play as a really good dog tonight against the Mets. We've seen the Mets struggle a lot this year, and the Royals have had nights where they look tremendous, and Bobby Witt Jr. kind of doing his thing over there. So if I had to essentially pick, I would probably say Royals. That's probably a game I'd leave off my parlay for tonight.
That's what I was going to say. Is I'd be leaning Royals, but not something you have to add to your parlay. We already got some underdogs.
Right. Twins and Tigers, another game I'm probably going to fade. I think that could be a toss-up. I could even see the Twins winning that game, to be honest, another dog over the Tigers. But once again, game I'm probably just going to slide right by personally. Kind of move down the list. A big slate.
Gotta slam Cincinnati Reds.
Absolutely. Next up, Reds and White Sox. Yeah, Reds sitting at the favorite for a reason. White Sox are a struggling franchise. And with Abbott on the mound tonight, we should look okay. Um, Next up is the Rangers and Astros. Now, I personally do like the Rangers, but are they a dog you feel confident in adding to the parlay?
100%.
Okay. Then I'll ride with you. We'll throw the Rangers as a dog over the Astros tonight. Cardinals and Diamondbacks.
World Series for a reason. They got people like Seager on roster. I had Garcia for a home run tonight.
Absolutely.
And like we talked about, Jonah Heim. They're stacked.
Yeah. They're a very good team. And they're the reigning champions. So next up, you have Cardinals and Diamondbacks. Cardinals are a team that play well as an underdog. And the Diamondbacks are a really good team. Don't get me wrong, with the likes of Corbin Carroll and them guys. But we've seen the Diamondbacks struggle a lot this year. Not a lot, but have their moments of struggle. And the Cardinals have played really well in some of these games. Personally, I would probably lean Cardinals. I don't know if we necessarily have to put that one on there, but I would probably go Cardinals over Diamondbacks if I'm being honest. How'd you feel?
I don't hate that. That's just one that I'd feel scared about, like you said, not something that would be have to add type thing because the Diamondbacks are one of those teams you never know what they're going to come out with.
Right. All right. So we'll stay away from that one. We'll move on to the Cubs and Mariners. Another game that I kind of want to lean away from. The Cubs are sitting at underdogs currently, but I think they personally could probably have their way with the Mariners with the way they've been playing this season. Um, I don't know. This might be a game I pass on. I would probably take Cubs over Mariners, but I don't know. It's another game that scares me.
We do have a quick comment that says, can you pin the picks you already called that we missed? And we will recap our picks in just a moment.
Yes. We could put them in the comment section if that would be easier for people as we go. But we will always recap what we pick before we move on to the next segment.
100%.
Is that a game you probably want to lean away from, Mariners Cubs?
Yeah, probably for now.
Okay. So that moves us on to the Athletics and Nationals.
I'm surprised a team like the Athletics are favored.
Yeah, and it's because both of these franchises are just at their weakest point right now. Neither team is playing well this season. The A's have had kind of a few moments where they looked okay, but franchise that's just in shambles over there right now with some of their best players being sent down and benched, and it's just a crazy world over in Oakland right now. So I don't know. If I had to pick, I would probably lean A's if we wanted to do that one. But that's also another game. Another game I wouldn't mind fading. How do you feel?
I'm completely with you. I'm surprised, like I said, that the Athletics are favorites tonight.
Right. It's just a game that you could very well be 0-0 going into extra innings. So probably fade that one. And then for the closer of the night, a big game, big matchup between the Dodgers and Padres. I'm taking Dodgers all day, especially with Yamamoto on the mound tonight. Yeah, it's hard to fade the Dodgers. And at minus 196, they're actually really good odds. All right, so that brings you to
100%. Like I said,
yeah. So that brings you to an 8-leg parlay. 8 of the games we picked for money lines tonight, and we will recap those for you guys if anybody joined late or missed any of the picks or anything. So if you are interested in these money line picks, they go as follow: Philadelphia Phillies, Baltimore Orioles, Toronto Blue Jays, Atlanta Braves, Los Angeles Angels, Cincinnati Reds, Texas Rangers, and the Los Angeles Dodgers, brings you out to plus 7,056 on FanDuel right now. Always,
Beautiful
always,
odds.
yeah. Always. Responsible gambling. Don't ever bet anything you can't afford. Bet at your own risk. So that's our money line parlay for tonight. If anybody missed anything or needs a repeat, just comment. Give us a comment and let us know. But that will bring us to our next set of picks for tonight. And we decided we're going to give you guys our 3 favorite home run picks for tonight. So I know you mentioned the guy earlier that I'm also on tonight. If you kind of want to let them know who that is.
Yeah, Adolis Garcia, because,
Absolutely.
I mean, boy's a dog.
Yeah,
Always a
sure.
threat for a home run. I mean, he's been mentioned in, the juicing conversation
He
a
is
little
big,
bit this
bro.
season, but, regardless of the outcome, I'll take it when it comes to betting.
Facts. He is huge though. I mean, there might be a little juicing, but it is what it is. Another guy that I like a lot tonight is a guy that's also a big, I wouldn't say a big name, but it can be big arm though. Does his thing. Plays for the Philadelphia Phillies, Mr. Kyle Schwarber. Now they play against the Pirates, which that game starts here in just a matter of moments. But yeah, I'm big on Schwarber tonight, dude. He's always a guy that's a threat for a homer. He sends them yard. He's just strong. He's good. He has great vision. He's great deep in the counts. I love Kyle Schwarber for a homer tonight.
100%. Schwarber bomb's always a big threat.
Right. Okay. And we can both mention. We'll go 2 each. So if you want to go next, I also have another one that I'm big on tonight. If you have another one. So instead of 3, you'll get 4. Parlay them how you wish.
Well, this one may be obvious, but I'm going to go ahead and slam something from the late game. Shohei is due for another homer, baby.
Absolutely. We love Shohei. Shohei's always a threat. He's got to get under he's got to get his wings under him and get rolling. He's hit a few here last week or so. Yeah, it definitely is a threat for one, always.
Exactly. With his buddy Yamato back on the mound, he's going to feel right at home, put the Dodgers right on top for a reason.
Absolutely. Now, I have another guy I'm big on. Another big name, another big arm guy that was in the home run top 5, I think, last year. A guy that plays for the Atlanta Braves. And we've seen a lot of struggle out of some of their top talents this year. Round robin, bet them how you wish, whatever you want to do. But those are our 4 picks. If you want to give them your 2 real quick, I'll give them my 2.
I had Corey Seager. Look at me. What a day. It's the weekend, baby. But I had Mr. Adolis Garcia, Juice Man himself, R.I.P. OG.
Facts.
Hey, the betting addict Otani.
Facts. I had Mr. Kyle Schwarber from the Philadelphia Phillies tonight, and I also had Mr. Austin Riley for the Atlanta Braves tonight. So those are our 4 picks. Do as you wish with them. Always bet responsibly. We'll preach it to the day we die.
Absolutely.
All right. So those are our 2 MLB builds for tonight. But we also mentioned another big event going on this weekend, and something we're both very excited for, something we're both very in tune for, and that's UFC 300, baby. One of the biggest UFC cards of all time, if not the biggest to date. A lot of fantastic matches from start to finish, a lot of value, a lot of dogs. So we're going to give you guys some picks that we like for UFC 300 tomorrow night. To round out our
extremely hyped up, and what I believe a lot more UFC cards are going to start looking like.
Hopefully, we hope. This is going to be a hard, card to top. So if we want to go through,
absolutely, I just feel like with media hype, things are definitely going to change.
Right. No, for sure. Me personally, I have a 5-leg main card for you guys tonight. 5-leg parlay for all 5 main card fights that I like. And then I will be giving you guys my 3 favorite single picks from the undercard. Now I'm doing this because personally I'm going to be betting on everything. But that's going to take a long while to go through, and a lot of great fights. Every fight is going to be bet on for me. So I'm just going to give you guys my 3 favorite from the undercard, and then we'll have John talk about his picks and things he likes. Obviously, we'll be in agreement on some things. So, all right.
100%.
So we can start with the main card. John, if you want to discuss these with me, feel free. First up to start the main card is going to be Bo Nickel and Cody Brundage. Now, if there's a close, like if there's anything close to a guarantee on this card, it's going to be Bo Nickel. I mean, he's not going to lose. He's sitting at minus 2,200 on the cards for a reason. One of the biggest, if I think maybe the biggest ever favorite coming into a UFC fight on the books. And it's for good reason, dude. He's just a monster. Now, this is why you have to put this guy into a parlay build. I'm not taking the money line minus 2,200. There's absolutely no value in that whatsoever. There's no reason to bet that. So, yeah. So, me personally, I would say 2 options. I would say 1, I like Bo Nickel by KO TKO. If we're going method of victory, sitting at plus 155. I know submission's a little higher. Obviously, we know Bo Nickel's a wrestler, but we've seen what he done to Val Woodburn. We've seen what he done to these guys where they just come in round 1 and try to blitz him, and he just finds his holes and he just pieces these guys apart. And he's knocked out his last 2 opponents. He can be a striker just as much as he is a wrestler. Don't get it twisted. So Bo Nickel by KO TKO at plus 155 if you're feeling risky. If not. If for this parlay build, I'm personally just going to go Bo Nickel by KO, TKO, or submission double chance on FanDuel at minus 750. Now, it's not good odds either. I know it's minus 700, but it adds a little bit to this parlay, and I don't think it's a leg you're going to have to worry about at all. He's going to finish the fight. Cody's not going to go 3 rounds with him. I feel like that's almost a guarantee.
I was about to say, you don't think it could go 3, maybe a random points victory? Not wanting to get himself tired for a fight he knows he's going to win easy?
Yeah, no. I think Bo Nickel's on the path of making statements. He's on the main card of one of the biggest cards of all time for a reason. He's not going to go out and let this fight be in the judge's hands. There's no way. His buy point.
Hey, he can go out and have 700 body shots and just not, tire himself and kill the guy.
I mean, listen, FanDuel knows Bo Nickel by points method of victory is plus 850. I mean, nobody sees this fight going the distance. The no on will this fight go the distance is minus 1350. So, I mean, come on. Nobody believes this fight's going, 15 minutes. All right. That takes us to Charles.
I do, baby. I got faith.
Well, hey, listen, if you want to, on your end, if you want the credit for Bo Nickel by points, feel free to have it, my guy.
But the Travis and Jon show isn't going to claim it, huh? Just the Jon part would have to claim it.
I'm giving you your credit. What do you mean? I'm not taking your picks from you. I'm letting you have some clout, If you called it, you called it. All right. That brings us to Oliveira and Sarukian. Now, since this fight opened up on the books, Do Bronx has been a dog. And I don't understand it. I still don't understand it to this day. The only person that's beat Do Bronx in the last, 5 years was Islam Makhachev in their title fight. I mean, come on, dude. Oliveira should not be a dog to Sarukian. I know Arman's good. He's young. He has a lot of potential. He's a lot of talent. But you're going up against a former champion, a guy that reigned the top of the division for 3 years straight, taking out every single oncomer there was until Islam. And he's a dog walking into this fight against 23, 24-year-old kid. And it's just no way. I'm taking Charles Oliveira all day at plus 172. There's just not an argument. You're not going to tell me no different.
Yeah, absolutely. Dude's a dog that, like you said, was on the top of the company for a minute.
Yeah. I mean, he reigned over that lightweight division longer than almost anybody. He was submitting dudes. He was knocking dudes out. He was going the distance with dudes. I mean, he was that guy, and he still
You're
is.
going to do it again tomorrow night.
Facts. All right. Now the next fight. Now, in my opinion, this is the main event. This is the best fight on the card. This is the fight I'm most excited for. The fight that's giving me the most trouble. I don't know, dude. Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway for the BMF belt. This is the best fight of all time.
It scares me.
I've never been so excited to watch two dudes duke it out in my life. Now, Gaethje and Holloway
It's just so hard to pick a side.
Dude, they're two of the best in the world. They're the best at what they do. They're the best at their division. Max Holloway actually coming up a division when he should be fighting, for the featherweight championship against Ilia Topuria. Instead, he's fighting Justin Gaethje at a division higher. And he's just a dog, dude. I don't know. Originally, when this fight was announced, I think I was leaning Holloway. I've always been a big Max guy. I love Max. He's the only guy that ever gave Volk any sort of competition until Topuria. A former featherweight champion. Oh my God, dude, he's good. And Justin Gaethje, the BMF champion, knocked out Dustin Poirier, is that guy. Should be the next guy up for Makhachev for a real title fight. I don't know. I think personally, I know this fight is 5 rounds, but I think we could see this fight go the distance. If we're being honest. These are just two of the toughest guys in the world, bro, and they're going to give it everything they got. And I don't know. For the parlay, personally, I think I'm going to lean Gaethje. It hurts me to say it.
Yeah, the biggest question marks is Holloway coming up a division, and obviously that being an obstacle he has to overcome. But I don't know. Holloway's a dog.
Still is. Always has been. He's in some of the best shape of his life right now. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say this fight is guaranteed in any way. I think Holloway could very well win this fight. I'm not saying Gaethje's going to dominate him. Neither one of these guys is going to dominate the fight. It's going to be the most well-rounded back-and-forth fight we've probably ever seen. But I'm going to go Gaethje for this 5-legger. It hurts, but I got faith in Gaethje, man. All right. Next up, the co-main of the night, the women's championship, Zhang Weili and Yan. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm not even going to try. No disrespect. But Weili tries to retain, man. And she's one of the baddest MFers in the world, dude. Zhang Weili is a monster.
Yeah.
I mean, she might be the most dangerous person in the women's division right now. Since Amanda Nunes is, long gone. You have to go Zong in this. There's just no way. Me personally, the minus 550 is a little. I think I would almost lean KO TKO or on points, which is at minus 230. I don't think she's gonna submit Yan. I don't think this fight is gonna be much on the ground at all, and I think it could very well not go the full 5 rounds, but. I think just to be safe, I would go Zhang Weili by KO, TKO, or on points, double chance at minus 230. Just gives you a little more value. I think the last thing this fight would end in is a submission. So that's what I'm rocking.
Yeah. And if anybody knows sports betting, it's all about adding a few more cents to the parlay, baby.
Facts. Every little bit jumps that thing up a lot. Now, main event. Some are excited. Some are not so excited. I'm looking forward to it. Jamal Hill and Alex Pereira.
Pretty hype.
Yeah. And let's talk about this for a second. Alex Pereira is one of the most dominant guys in the world right now. He's a 3-division fighter, or 3-weight class fighter. He's a double champion, could be almost a triple champion. One of the baddest.
100 career fights.
Yeah. One of the most dangerous, one of the most well-rounded guys in the world. knocked out Yuri Prochazka in their last fight, a guy that reigned over top of that light heavyweight division for a long time. Now he's faced Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill. And Jamal Hill was that guy. You know, he beat Glover Teixeira. Sorry, I can't pronounce. Glover Teixeira in that big fight to win the championship. Had a few good title defenses and got hurt. Now, Jamal Hill has never been beat for this championship. If we're being technical, he might still be the champion of this division. He vacated the title due to injury because he couldn't fight, and he's back, but it's against Pereira. I think this fight is going to turn out to be really good, and I love Jamal Hill. I do, but I don't think he's ever fought anyone like Pereira. I really don't. He's probably the most dangerous guy he's ever been in the octagon with, and I just don't see Pereira getting knocked out. I don't. So I'm going to lean Alex in this one. I think Poatan retains, stands atop that division over Jamal Hill, and finally puts that talk to rest.
I love it because, I mean, even to their face-offs, I mean, Jamal seems shaken. He's got all the emotion. And, I mean, I know his character's like that, but, I mean, like, Alex has not even been phased in the slightest by anything he's tried to do in any of these face-off little interviews, whatever. Jamal Hill is scared.
I agree. I very much agree. He's just never been. I mean, that championship fight against Glover was against a well past his prime 40-year-old former champion. I mean, Jamal Hill's good, dude. Don't get me wrong. He's got knockout power.
He's a Jake Paul. He doesn't have the record behind him yet, especially for a Pereira.
Right.
Pizza.
Ahead. The R silent. Come on now.
Pizza.
Alex Pereira.
Hey.
That was better. There you go.
If you like pina coladas.
All right.
And knocking out Jamal Hill.
Okay. So next up, I have real quick. I'm not going to talk about a whole lot about these, but I'm going to give you my picks. I'm going to give you my 3 favorite plus odd picks for the undercard. 3 picks that I will definitely be running. First up on the list is the last fight on the prelim. Yuri Prochazka, a guy we just talked about, that Alex Pereira beat, and Alexander Rakic. And Prochazka looked really good in that Pereira fight until he got knocked out. He was almost winning that fight, in my opinion, on the scorecards. Now, Alexander Rakic is good. Don't get me wrong. He's a big dude. He's powerful. But I think this is a comeback prove-it fight for Prochazka. And with his double chance at by KO, TKO, or on points sitting at plus 100 right now, I'm slamming it all day. Great double up odds, plus odds compared to the money line. Prochazka has only had 3 submission wins in his career. Not a guy that looks to fight on the ground a lot. Knockout artist, very powerful. In his prime, was just one of the most elite strikers in the world. And I think he comes back to show a little bit of that tomorrow night. So I'm taking him by KO, TKO, or on points just to be safe. Still sitting at plus odds.
Love it.
Next up, I have one that I'm kind of on the fence about, but one that I also like at the same time. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to run it. It's a little riskier than the last one, but we have a guy fighting on the undercards tomorrow night that has fought at UFC 100, UFC 200, and now UFC 300. And he's 2-0 on these big events. He won at 100, he won at 200. It's Jim Miller versus Bobby Green. Now, the only thing that scares me in this fight is Bobby Green is a monster. Now, any other time, anybody else that Bobby Green was facing, I'm slamming that money line all day. I love Green. But just something in me looking at this fight gives me a feeling that Jim Miller is going to pull it off. This is going to be his retirement fight at UFC 300. It may even go the distance. I think Jim Miller can do it, dude. I know Bobby's good. He's powerful. He's a scary guy. But if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Jim Miller, man. Shout out to one of the best, OG.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
I love me some Jim Miller.
I'm glad we're leaning the same way.
Absolutely.
Miller Lite time, people.
All right. Let's see. So next up, I was between two on this one, but I think I know where I'm leaning a little bit more. Now, this one I will say is not complete plus odds, but it's still really good odds. And it's a fight that I'm excited for, and it should be a good fight. It's the first women's fight that I'm betting on, other than Zhang Weili, and it's Kayla Harrison versus Holly Holm. Now, this is Kayla Harrison's big UFC debut. She's always wanted to fight over here, and it's against Holly Holm, who is a monster. Was the first woman to knock down Ronda Rousey, or knock out, excuse me, Ronda Rousey in her prime. Took the title from her, but she's getting old, dude. She's on the rise. She's close to her 40s. I'm not in her 40s already. I think Kayla Harrison has a point to prove. So, just in case, I know this is a 3-round fight, and I wanted to slam Kayla Harrison by KO TKO all day, and I think she has a very good chance on it. But I'm gonna ride double chance Kayla Harrison by KO TKO or on points, just in case Holly's got a little left in the tank at minus 165. I think that's really good odds for that. I think Kayla Harrison's going to win this fight regardless. So those are my 3 favorite top picks for the UFC undercard. Anything you want to throw in? Any picks you like? Anything you want to talk about?
Holly getting old, and I think you mentioned a couple of my favorites. So I'm 100% with you.
Cool beans. So there it is. We gave you our 5-leg main card parlay and our 3 favorite picks on, or my favorite picks on the undercard. Possibly could be John's. Don't want to put any words in his mouth. But just a rundown on those really quick. My 3 favorite picks were Yuri Prochazka by KO TKO or on points. Jim Miller money line and Kayla Harrison by KO TKO or on points. Be running those for show. All right.
Time to make some money this weekend.
Absolutely. Super excited for those. So those are our parlay builds for tonight. We'll wrap it up there for the money builders and MLB talk. Which brings us next up, since we made you guys some money, got you through that, it's NFL talk time. Now, this is something you were excited to get to
time
a
to
little
get
bit
down and dirty.
Yeah. This is something you were excited to get to, talking about the Texans.
Yeah, exactly. What's up, brother?
Hey, his come
Speaking
up
of Texans.
his come up needs to be studied. That boy is the GOAT now.
Yeah, they're talking about that man on ESPN Sports Center, and they're doing it in team celebrations.
Yeah. Like what? All right. So for tonight, it's still the off season, but we're closing in. We're about a week away from draft time. I'm so hyped. About a week and a half, excuse me, about 10 days or so. So super excited for that. We'll obviously have all kinds of coverage on draft night, all kinds of posts, all kinds of things for that. We're super excited. But for now,
Okay.
we're going to give you a little too early NFL power rankings. Now, this is all subject to our opinion, how we think teams are going to play. Obviously, not everyone's going to agree with us. So if you see something you don't like, we could be wrong or we could be right. But we're going to give you guys 1 through 32, our list of power rankings for next year before the draft. Keep in mind, things can change after draft night.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there could be a trade tonight. There could be a trade tomorrow. Draft day is going to be something in itself. So everything could change, but
Absolutely.
we're going to do it.
All right. So I guess we're going to do these together. We're going to talk about them. We're going to come agreements on these, and we're going to see how it goes. So, number 1, we'll start at a 1. We'll go to 32, so on and so forth. Numerical order. Number 1, I know who I want here. Are we in agreement on this? I think we should be.
We should be.
The Kansas City Chiefs.
The San Francisco 49ers.
you being serious? Come on,
100%.
not the first one, dog.
And they need to do it. They were inches away from doing it.
I
The
understand that.
Chiefs had nothing but a storyline and a script behind them.
I get that they need to do it and they were supposed to do it. The Chiefs are back-to-back champs, dog. It's hard to bet against them at all right now. I mean, I understand you want the 49ers to be number one, but if we're being realistic, how could we put the Super Bowl champs any lower than number one? I mean,
I know they have a shot, but if we're looking at it on paper, going for a three-piece is a lot harder than the Niners getting their first ring.
is it because they just beat them in the Super Bowl last year with the same team?
It would be a different team.
Nothing changed. They didn't make no big moves. They possibly be losing IU.
They ain't got Ladarius Sneed.
They don't need him. They got Trent McDuffie. All right, so let's just go. However, we'll go Kansas City, San Francisco 1-2. It doesn't matter, or we can go San Fran 1, KC 2. Those can be switched up. Whatever. 1 and 2, we have in correlation. Those are the top two, no matter what. If you want,
regardless.
Yeah,
you can do the top two. Those are honestly that's their own tier, regardless of what. If we're numerical ranking, they're in their own tier, regardless.
Yeah, facts. So you can put those two however you want. We'll move on to 3. Get that argument out of the way.
Who you got?
Who I got? Listen, this is gonna sound crazy. It's gonna sound very crazy. I got the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm glad you said that because I'm not completely against that.
Who did you have? Who was your first thought?
I mean, I wasn't positive. I was thinking, man, who was I just saying? I done lost my train of thought. Had in mind.
So do we want to?
But I don't hate the Bengals. They're due for a comeback.
So do we want to do Bengals? Is that where we want to go next?
Like that. I'm really spaced what team I had, honestly.
All right. I know my 4 and 5 right off rip. I'm gonna be honest with you. Who you got it for?
You got
I know who
up like that, huh?
I'm kind of just thinking ahead. I know who I want where. I know my 4 and 5.
Oh.
Who do you got it for?
Hold on. I mean, see, I want to put the Eagles up here soon.
You want to put the who?
They got to be soon. The
Who?
Eagles.
They're not
soon.
They're not 4 or 5 for me. I'm gonna be real with you. I got 2 teams. I would put them at 6.
You know who we should put it for?
It's probably gonna be my 5. Who are you thinking?
The Detroit Lions.
Okay, yeah, I'm absolutely fine with that. That's not who they were probably going to be maybe 5 or 6, to be real with you, but I'm okay with them at 4. For sure. I love the Lions. All right, 5. I got the Baltimore Ravens. The addition of Derrick Henry. It's going to be
on the exact same page.
Okay, beautiful. Baltimore Ravens at 5. We'll move on. We ain't even got to talk about it.
We're in a book club, same chapter, same page, same sentence, baby.
All right, so I'm gonna be real with you. Man, I don't hate the Eagles here, but I have a team to argue this at 5 or at 6. The Bears. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna ride with him. I think it's his MVP season. He's got the squad around him. I would put the Texans at 6. I'm gonna be real.
Already?
Bro. What do you mean already? Due? There's not an offense on paper that looks better than the Texans. There's just not. I don't care what anybody says. Their defense is getting better.
I mean, on paper they look good,
You have two
but
of the
they
best.
squeaked out of a division with Gardner Minshew as his top competition.
Squeezed out. Are you okay? Hold on. Don't get me started because we can talk. CJ Stroud led a team that was projected to go 3-13 before the season started to the divisional round of the playoffs at the top of his division, with his best target being Nico Collins and Devin Singletary out of the backfield. Who else did he have? Tank Dell played 6 weeks and was hurt the rest of the season. He took a high school freshman team to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And you're going to tell me with the team he has around him now, Stephon Diggs, a healthy Tank Dell, Joe Mixon, the addition of Daniel Hunter beside Rookie of the Year, Will Anderson. I mean, come on, dude. There's not a team that looks more exciting than the Houston Texans next year. I don't care what anybody says.
They look exciting, but we'll see how it pans out.
They might be my Super Bowl prediction. I ain't going to lie to you. CJ Stroud is hit, bro. That's just all there is to it. But I guess we can put the whopping disappointing Philadelphia Eagles won't make it out of the wild card round here.
We'll put the Washington Commanders, the greatest
Eagles,
team to ever touch a football.
Listen, I love Saquon Barkley, but I think the Eagles are going to be 7-10 at most next year, if we're being honest. I do not like
Jalen Hurts is for his bounce back.
I think Jalen Hurts is a bum. If we're being real, I think Jalen Hurts is the worst MVP candidate of all time. I think he's overhyped. I think he's overrated.
Wow.
I'm just take the tush push away. Take his 25 rushing touchdowns away and look at his stats. What does he do for you? He's mid, bro.
He's still him.
He's the most overhyped.
Devontae Smith and AJ Brown them.
Okay, first off, no, he didn't. AJ Brown was good way before Jalen Hurts. Devontae Smith is a former Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, come on, dude. At wide receiver, Devontae Smith has always been that guy. AJ Brown has always been that guy. You take the tush push away from Jalen Hurts. You take that offensive line away from Jalen Hurts. I think he's a bottom 10 quarterback in the NFL. I'm just going to say it. I don't think he's good. No other
team in the league can do it. They've all tried.
That has nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. All he does is hike the ball and put his head down, and everybody pushes him. He's just a bowling ball in the middle of a pack of men. That's all he is. Anybody can do that. The only reason they're good at it is because they have the best offensive line in football. That's the only reason.
Well, that anybody can do it line doesn't work.
But then Jalen Hurts has no effect on the tush push. I could be a successful tush push quarterback. All you do is grab the ball, put your shoulder down, and move your legs while everybody picks you up and moves you. I mean, what talent does that take? All right, we talked about this too long. Who are we putting at 6?
The New York Giants.
We'll just put the Eagles.
Who do you got here?
So we don't have to talk about them. Let's just move on. I got the Texans at 7. Let's be honest.
100%.
Oh, you're actually going to agree with me? Cool.
Yeah.
Texans at 7. All right. Who you got? Because I know who I like. I'm between 2 teams. I'm not
sure. It's so up in the air to me.
I'm between Jets or Cowboys.
I like the Cowboys. The Jets are still just such a coin flip with them not playing more than a snap with their quarterback.
It's A-Rod, though, dog. We can put the Cowboys. All right. All right, if you don't like the Jets, then how you feel about the Packers? Team that actually rocked the Cowboys.
Yeah, Jordan Love is due for another good year. They're due for a better team, but they're going to have a harder schedule. So we'll see. I really like the Miami Dolphins as well.
All right, then we'll go Dolphins 9, Packers 10. Not even
Perfect.
arguing yours yet. All right. Next up, I know who I have. The team that honestly I think maybe we could have put a little higher. I got the Bears at 11.
I like it. I mean, they went and rebuilt their whole team around one draft pick that hasn't even been selected yet, besides mentally
Right.
by the Bears
Yeah.
franchise.
I think the Bears are going to be really good next year, for being real. All right. Next up. You know, who do you like here?
There's a few teams. I don't
I'm
know
between a
if like is a beautiful word.
Yeah, I'm between a couple too. I like either okay, I'm just gonna put my teams out there. I like either the Jets, the Bills, or honestly the Falcons. Those are probably my three up for
I
grabs right
think
now.
first Bills and then Jets.
Bills and then Jets. All right. No, what just happened? All right, Bills. What is happening? Bills, Jets. All right. And then, okay, that brings us. Hmm. I say Steelers or Falcons. Who are you thinking?
Oh, my favoritism wants to lean Steelers, but I mean Falcons when it comes to on paper and the potential they've had for a couple seasons now and just not being able to hit that ceiling and seemingly being because of just a quarterback issue and now being filled with someone that can do it all, regardless of someone that may not just take you to the bowl, he can win games and put up good numbers. So, I mean, I think the next ranking's got to be the Falcons, and their ceiling is as high as you can see right now.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Falcons it is. All right. Next up, I like the Steelers. Um, hmm, I like the Steelers, or I like the Rams maybe with a healthy Cooper Cup, Puka Nakua. Obviously, AD retired, but they're always decent. Who you thinking? Who
Kind
we
of like the
thinking next?
Steelers, man. It's time to weld. Steeler Nation.
I mean, y'all look good on
And,
paper.
by trade deadline week, Justin Fields will be ready for a breakout season. Maybe that's just my dream scenario. Still.
All right, Steelers it is. Let's move on. All right. I'm between Rams or low key, maybe the Jaguars. I don't think the Jaguars will be terrible. Hmm.
I go Jaguars over the Rams. Trevor Lawrence finally get
All right.
some recognition.
We got Seahawks are still here. Rams, obviously. So the teams left. We have Patriots, Browns, Colts, Broncos, Titans, Raiders, Chargers, Giants, Commanders, Vikings, Saints, Bucks, Panthers, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals.
Colts, they're due up.
Colts at 17 over under the Jags. over the Rams.
I'd go Colts and then Rams, honestly. Newly re-signed Michael Pittman, AR5, Anthony Richardson healthy and back.
All right. Colts, yeah. Rams. All right. So next up, I like Seahawks. Probably got to come soon. Bucks and Saints are still there. Browns are still there. I think those are probably the four in question. I think the other teams are just arguably way worse. I mean, I like either
Yeah.
Seahawks, Saints, Bucks, or Browns.
All right, this is how I'm seeing it. Seahawks,
Okay.
no, scratch that. Browns,
Wait, no Seahawks?
Seahawks,
Oh, okay.
Browns, then Seahawks, then
Browns,
Saints,
Seahawks, Saints.
and then Buccaneers in that order.
Okay. Bucks. There we go. All right. So we still have Patriots, Titans, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, Giants, Commanders, Vikings, Cardinals.
We're all considerably bad.
Yeah. Well, this is the bottom, 10? So, yeah. So, how would we rank the bottom 10? All right. If we're being honest, next up, I would say either Vikings, if they fix the quarterback situation, which they very well could, or the Titans, low key. I think the Titans could be okay. I mean, if Will Levis plays any sort of decent, they'll be all right. They got pieces. They have Tony P, D Hop, Calvin Ridley.
But I think with as high of a draft pick they got right now, we got to put the Vikings on the board because
Well,
with the right pick in a couple
they
days,
don't have
a week
they
and
don't
a
have a
half,
high pick yet. They're at 11. They haven't traded up. That was just
it's
our
a
mock.
high enough pick. In our
Right.
mocks, we know what can happen. Like I
Right.
said, they do it right. I mean, they could go from 20 something to top 10 possibly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's a
So
huge decision.
with that being said, I would probably go Titans next.
I like that.
I think they could
Will
be decent.
Levis.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Patriots, Giants, Commanders, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, Cardinals. Huh.
I think the Chargers are due.
Think so? Even with no
They got
weapons?
Big Five, right?
We're all hurt.
They got a chance
Yeah.
at Marvin Harrison. Regardless,
Yeah.
they got a lot of chances to fix a great quarterback not having any help. So maybe Justin Herbert will get some help he needs, and Harbaugh will have a little breakout in Los Angeles.
Facts. We'll see. All right. So next up, low key, I would probably go over all these teams, dude. I would probably go Commanders. They pick at number 2. They're gonna have a good quarterback in Jaden Daniels or Drake May, and they got a
100%.
decent. I mean, they're not bad. I feel like they're always mid, I guess.
Hey, they're poised for decency because who last year at quarterback was old Sam Howell leading the league in passing yards for so long. So,
Yeah.
Regardless, whoever comes in will have some pieces.
Yeah, facts. All right. Next up, so we have Patriots, Giants, Broncos, Raiders, Cardinals, Panthers.
I like the Cardinals, man.
Yeah,
Healthy
low-key.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
They
over
just
those
got
teams.
slightly more pieces in the rest.
They have no weapons, though. They need a wide receiver at 4, or if they don't trade out.
Exactly.
No Marquise Brown, no
And
Rondale
I
Moore.
think Broncos, Panthers, maybe.
Ooh. I'm okay with Broncos. I don't know about the Panthers over the Raiders. I don't know if the Panthers are better than the Raiders at all.
Bryce Young,
Dude,
ready
not a
for a
fan.
breakout.
Not a fan.
MVP Bryce Young.
Not a chance. I would almost still put the Giants over the Panthers too, if we're being honest.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? We know the Giants can be okay.
The
Especially if they
Giants
give
have nobody on roster that could even sell a jersey on the NFL team shop.
Malik Neighbors.
Maybe. And Armox.
Okay, I would at least still put the Raiders over the Panthers then.
I can understand the Raiders, yeah.
I feel like the Raiders will be okay. Okay, then we'll put Panthers. So are we putting Patriots under the Panther? Are we putting the Giants at 32? Panthers, Patriots, Giants.
I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, I get that Bryce Young underperformed expectations and the Panthers weren't great. But if you look at the Giants, they lost their only little bit of success. They're Christian McCaffrey that got in
What are
the
you?
only person that got in the end zone.
Why are you arguing? I did what you wanted. We put Raiders, Panthers, and then the bottom two will be Patriots, Giants. Isn't that what you wanted?
Yeah, you just asked me if we were doing Giants at 32, and I was just saying that they have
Yeah.
absolutely nobody in comparison to the league. Compared to last season, the only person that did everything for them is gone.
Right. So
They
is that
have
how you wanted it?
Kevon Thibodeau. Yes. The only person of
Okay.
note is Kevon Thibodeau.
Right. Okay. So it's how you wanted it. Perfect. Okay. So I kept track of the list here. So I'll go down the list and give you guys a quick breakdown on our 1 to 32 ranking. It's way too early. Pre-draft NFL rankings for next year. So 1 and 2, you can toss them up. 49ers, Chiefs, Chiefs, 49ers. However you want to do it. Those are the two top teams in the league. It's kind of how we agree on it. Number 3 is the Bengals. Did you write these down, or do I need to? I need to let these guys know, or did you write some down?
I don't have them down on my end.
Okay. So I will. Okay. So we went Chiefs, 49ers at 1, 2, Bengals at 3, Lions at 4, Baltimore Ravens at 5, Philadelphia Eagles at 6, Houston Texans at 7, Dallas Cowboys at 8, Miami Dolphins at 9, the Green Bay Packers at 10, Chicago Bears at 11, Buffalo Bills at 12, the New York Jets at 13, Atlanta Falcons at 14, Steelers at 15, Jaguars at 16, Colts at 17, Rams 18, Browns 19, Seahawks 20, Saints 21, Bucks 22, Vikings 23, Titans 24, Chargers 25, Commanders 26, Cardinals 27, Broncos 28, Raiders 29, Panthers 30, Patriots 31, Giants 32. Beautiful.
I love that list.
It is a very fantastic ranking.
I'd give
All right.
smooches of the rankings. That's for sure.
That's for sure. All righty. So with NFL also being in a very kind of dead state right now until draft, that will be our NFL segment for today. Give you guys once again our way too early NFL 2024-2025 preseason rankings.
Absolutely. We'll update that after the draft and be able to see where everybody moves just by a single draft pick. But I mean, people can pull Texans like last year and have the 1 and 2 and do something, 2 and 3 and do something great.
Absolutely. All righty. So with the NFL segment coming to an end, that brings us to NBA. Now, you guys know when we do things on Zoom, we don't have access to Deal or No Deal. So it will not be a part of the show tonight. That will be back next week when we are back together. So for this week, instead of Deal or No Deal, if you guys seen the promo, it's almost playoff time. Only 2 or 3 games left for some teams. And for the most part, at least in the West, things are kind of set. Rankings are kind of there, and the play-ins are all we kind of know what's happening. Still could be a few changes though, and same for the East. Could still be some change-ups on the side of East things. But we wanted to get you guys out kind of our playoff predictions. Now, we want to do a bracket, but obviously that's hard. Right now, we don't have things completely set in stone yet, but we will not be back live before the start of the playoffs. So, unfortunately, we have to make do with what we got. Next Friday, when we're live, we'll already be a few games in. Be a little too late for things then. But we'll give you guys a more updated outlook on things next week. So, for this week, we're going to rock with what we got. So, we're going to give you our playoff predictions, how the standings currently sit. Now, this won't be anything set in stone. We'll probably do these on our own time when the brackets actually get released and share them with you guys. So for now, very rough draft of our playoff predictions. All right. So do you have what so far is going to be the matchups in front of you? So we're kind of looking at the same thing?
Yeah, for the most part. Unless, obviously, things wildly change.
Right. Okie doke. So we'll start with the play-in, obviously, to get things set up for the actual playoffs. So we'll start. We want to start on the east or the west side of things.
Let's. What are you thinking? So do you want to start on?
I feel like the West play-in games are a little more exciting than the East, but it's just my opinion.
Let's start on the West. That's where I was thinking.
Okay. So for the play-in, currently how it sits, it'll be 7 versus 8 seeds, Suns versus Kings in first round of the play-in, followed by the 9 versus 10 seed, Warriors versus Lakers. A game that could be very fantastic. Yeah, it could be a lot of fun. But, and keep in mind, I do want to mention, if things currently stay how they are, one of Warriors or Lakers will be eliminated round one. Being 9 and 10 seed, the loser is automatically gone. Loser does not move on in that matchup. That's from 7 and 8 and play in. So we need, Lake Show to come out on top if things sit how they are. But we'll get into prediction. Get the bias out of the question for a second. All right, we'll start. Suns Kings. First round of the play-in. Winner is an automatic 7 seed. Loser plays the winner of 9 and 10. I personally would go Suns over Kings, if we're being honest. Everything okay? Your end?
Yeah, I like the Suns. I really do, but I mean, I think the Kings are due to light the beam. I think they might be able to pull it out. I mean, it'll be a dogfight, but I think the Suns may have a little bit more star power, of course.
All right. So we need a final result here. What are we going with as a show?
We can stick with the Suns.
Think so? Suns over Kings. Now keep in mind the Kings aren't eliminated if they lose this. They go into the next game. Plus winners. Lakers Warriors. As things currently sit. All right. So if that's the case, if Suns are moving on, Suns will be securing the 7 seed in the playoffs and officially in and out of the play-in. Which brings us to the 9 and 10 matchup on the West Side, Warriors Lakers. Now, this is always a crazy matchup. Steph Curry versus LeBron James only has so many times left. It's always exciting. Always two guys that show out against each other. And listen, I know this is going to sound biased because I'm a Lakers fan. I understand that. But I think when it comes playoff time, when it comes 0 dark 30 LeBron, when AD realizes it's win or go home, Austin Reeves, the way D'Angelo Russell's been playing, I love the Warriors. I love Steph Curry, but their trio, their team is not what they used to be. Klay Thompson is nowhere near who he used to be. Draymond Green can't keep himself out of trouble. And Steph Curry obviously is probably still Steph Curry in most people's eyes, but he can't do it by himself. If I had to pick the winner of this matchup, I would go Lakers, not just for bias.
I don't know. I mean, they know this is one of their last chances, if not the last chance, to have their run with this core. Everybody running out of contracts, running out on age, etc. So I mean, I don't know if they're going to go out this early. I mean, they could make a push. They could make it to the finals again. But I mean, they were an underdog for 90% of the season for a reason. They are in the play-in spot for a reason. And I mean, obviously going up against someone like AD and adding on top of that a LeBron is going to be a huge challenge for the Warriors. So I don't hate that pick. But either way, I think this could be almost a coin flip matchup.
Agreed, as it always is. These two teams always go very well against each other. It's always a lot of fun to watch. All right, so with that being said, Warriors are booted. That brings us to the second round of the West play-in, Lakers and Kings. Winner moves on to the 8th seed. Loser goes home. I'll let you kick things off. How are you feeling about this one?
I mean, the Kings are the Kings. Sabonis at this point probably going to have 120 straight double-doubles and needs some kind of award. But, I mean, like you said, going up against playoff LeBron and then having AD right beside him just adds a whole nother level of things. Then Austin Reeves and D'Lo are those players that you never know. They could come out for 6 points, but they also could put up 50. So,
Facts. Facts. Very back and forth. So who are you taking then? With that being said,
I think if it's coming down to a playoff spot, contracts, incentives, probably a big part of it for a lot of people in Los Angeles. I would see the Los Angeles Lakers pulling this one out.
Thank you very much. All right. Obviously, I'm in agreement. It's my squad. Lakers over Kings to secure the 8th seed, and we'll move on to play the Nuggets in round 1. What a rematch that's going to be.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll take a pause on the west side of things. We'll move over. We'll kick off the play-in the east side. So we'll have a full playoff bracket set, and we'll go from there. So the play-in, currently how things sit. Things are subject to change. We're rocking with what we got. Keep that in mind, please. Currently how they sit. Philadelphia 76ers sit at 7, Miami Heat at 8, Chicago at 9, Atlanta at 10. So would mean Philly versus Miami, first round, Chicago versus Atlanta. We'll kick it off with the more exciting of the two, the 9 and 10 spot, Bulls Hawks. This is a game that probably nobody's really excited for. Neither of these teams could make the playoffs, and no one would care. I mean,
yeah.
Just two teams that aren't the greatest. Hawks are just the most mid team in the world.
Yeah, two teams that thrive on mediocrity.
I don't know, man. I think I would have to go Bulls. I don't know. I could care less who wins this, if we're being honest.
It's definitely a coin flip. Hawks looking to get back a healthy Trae Young towards the playoffs, but he might not be back in time. Might not be 100% regardless. So, I mean, I could see the Bulls pulling that one out. But like you said, I don't think anyone would care if either team made it.
Yeah, I can care less. All right. 7-8. Sixers, Heat. Now,
Sixers.
Yeah. I love the Heat. I do. I think the Heat are really good. They move on to the next game to play the Bulls anyways. But Joel Embiid.
The Sixers shouldn't be here.
Yeah, and it's only because Joel Embiid was hurt half the season. It's the only reason they're in the play-in. So
100%.
all day long, Sixers are probably going to destroy the Heat. Joel Embiid's that guy. We'll move on. Heat and Bulls. I don't even want to talk about it. Move the Heat on. They're in the playoffs.
Exactly.
It's just not a question. Yeah, there's just no question there. Um. All right. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to do one whole conference to the finals, and then the other whole conference to the finals, and then we'll depict the two finalist competitors? Okay. Do we want to do East first or West first? We're not gonna. We're not now.
West.
Okay. Now listen. We're not gonna be. Oh, this team's gonna beat this team. Game 7. They're going to 7. They're 4-2, 4-1. Sweet. We're just gonna give you our predictions of the series winners, and we're gonna move on.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
You
You
know,
said
my
start.
game plan was we give them our correct score prediction for each game of the series of how many games, the exact box score and player performance of each player, and everybody's plus and minus. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's run it. What is B FanDuel for the day? Let's get it. All right. So you said start on the West. That's what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we'll save probably the biggest series of the first round for here in a little bit. We'll skip past that one. We'll start. We'll go inside out. How about that? So we'll kick it off with. Actually, no, I lied because we got to keep track of this bracket. It's going to be very hard to keep track if we don't do it like this. So we're just going to have to start with it. I'm sorry, but it's going to be very confusing if we don't. 1 seed versus the 8 seed. First game of the bracket, Nuggets Lakers.
Yep.
This is one I wanted to save.
Rematch.
Um, I don't know, dude. I don't know. The Nuggets are the Nuggets. Don't get me wrong. They're reigning champions. Nikola Jokic is probably going to be back-to-back MVP, or not back-to-back, but another MVP for him. Um, probably going to be probably going to be the favorites in this series. I understand that, but this is one that's going to be hard for me. Um, I don't think it's going to be one-sided. I don't think it's going to be a sweep like it was last time. I think this is a different team than they played last year. I think both sides are a little different. Um, Man, and the Lakers fan, the heart and soul in me wants to say Lakers, but I don't know. You're gonna have to help me. How are you feeling? I don't know where to go, man. I don't.
I mean, it's a tough matchup. Nuggets came in, did their thing, came back as the 1 seed. Point to prove. But, I mean, I don't know. Lakers got a personal beef with the Nuggets for some reason.
I know. I don't know, man. I would probably have to go Lakers in my opinion, but I'm okay with the Nuggets if you disagree. I just need you to persuade me one way or another because I don't know.
We can put the Lakers. We can put
Okay.
the Lakers.
Okay, Lakers over Nuggets. That makes me feel better. I'm still nervous, but it's okay. Okay. All right, that brings us to would be so it goes 1-8, 2-7 at the bottom, then it goes 3-6, or no, it goes 4-5 at the top, 3-6 at the bottom, right? It's usually 4-5
Yeah,
here, right? So so it goes 1-8, 4-5, right? So 4 and 5 would be next.
I think so.
I really hope we're right. I'm gonna look this up to be safe. I'm just gonna look up the 2023 playoff bracket from last year. Just real quick before we just flop this whole thing. All right, so yeah, it went 1-8, yeah, 4-5. Okay. So next up, 4-5 for the West Side this year will be, as it currently stands, Clippers and Mavericks. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a series that would be.
Wow. Um, Dang, I didn't realize the matchups were this great. Um, Clippers have looked good. They have got it together. They've started to flow.
Finally.
Harden, Kawhi, and PG figured it out. But so did Ruka and Kyrie. The Mavs have looked
Yeah.
when these two play, they're one of the most dominant duos in the league. Luka Doncic might be the best player in the league. Um, ah, I like the Clippers. I do. I think they're good. I think Harden, Kawhi, PG, they're all good, but they're all old. Um,
Yeah.
they've looked good. They really have.
Playoffs
But
are
I
about
think
stamina.
it's hard to bet against Luka Doncic. I would probably go Mavs to pull this out.
That's where I'm leaning 100%. Luka's my MVP pick.
Yeah, I mean he's just good, dude. He's so good. All right, Mavs then brings us to 3-6. Next up in order, which will be the Thunder, and as it stands, the Pelicans. Uh,
Not the Pels.
uh, I don't really need much discussion. I think I know who I would lean. I would probably go Thunder all day. Yeah, OKC baby for sure. All right, we don't even need to
Thunder
talk about
up,
you.
baby.
Yeah, which then leaves us with the last matchup of the West Side on the first round: Timberwolves and Suns at 2-7.
The
Another,
fact that the Timberwolves are 2 is still astonishing to me.
they have been good, dude. They really have. But so are the Suns, dude. Ah, I don't know. This one's rough. You know, the NBA fan in me wants to go Suns just because it's the Suns and it's Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. But Anthony Edwards has been one of the best players in the league this year.
Yeah.
And the Timberwolves have been good. The Twin Towers figured it out, dude. They're making it work.
Yeah, Cat and Gobert are clicking. Anthony Edwards looking like MJ out there. Something
Yeah.
else.
So who you got? Who you leaning?
Oh, it's hard. I just feel like the Timberwolves didn't get to 2 for no reason. But with the West, every game, every standing is also 2, 3 games apart. So
Right.
it's not like the biggest difference either.
Right.
I'm not sure. Tough one.
I think I would personally lean Suns.
I like it.
All right. I don't know. Playoff time's just different basketball, dude. It really
Yeah, when you
is.
got on paper and or KD and Devin Booker, it's
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah. These guys got a point to prove. All right. So we'll finish up the West Side. We'll be in round two here on the West. First matchup on the board: Lakers and Mavericks. We're back. Luca versus LeBron. Kyrie versus LeBron.
Yeah.
AD versus Daniel Gafford. This is going to be a great matchup. I think the Mavs are really good in the playoffs, dude. Luca always turns it up. He's always a monster. And in a series like this, Kyrie going up against LeBron in a full playoff series be a lot of fun to watch. If
Yeah.
both teams stay healthy, this could be a 7-game series. Um, I don't know, man. I hate so much that the Lakers are here, but I don't at the same time because everything in me just wants to go Lakers are winning the ring. I mean, obviously, it's my team. Everything in me wants to say that. It's gonna pain me to bet against them when I do. I just, I don't know if the Mavs are the team to do it. I feel like if the Lakers go out and get through Denver, um, they could very well lose to Denver, you know. But if they go out and get through the Nuggets and come up against the Mavs, I think at that point they got to give it everything they got, dude. I mean, this could be the last push for these guys.
But I mean, is everything they got enough to beat MVP Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving for at least 7 games? Well, possibly 7 games, at least 4.
don't know. I want to say yes. I mean, if they took out Nikola Jokic, it's the same thing, right? They're essentially the same player, right?
Eh, it's a 6'7" Nikola Jokic that can run a lot faster and probably
Six
a
foot
lot more
seven. You
stamina.
mean Luka Doncic?
A
You
six
said
foot
Nikola.
seven Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, that's
That's what
not
Luka
accurate.
is.
Oh yeah,
Eh,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. They're literally the same player. I don't know. What do you think? I would go Lakers, but you can persuade me otherwise.
I don't know. I feel like at this point I'd probably go Mavericks just because it's Luka, but I don't know. I
Need a
don't
final
know.
answer.
I'm not giving you one.
I need one, or we're going Lakers. If you don't want the Lakers, speak now or forever hold your peace. All right.
I'm holding my peace.
All right. Lakers are moving on. Thunder and Suns. What we got? Now, listen, I'm going to be honest
Shady.
with you. When going, listen, going into this second round prediction, I told myself if I'm going to go Lakers over Mavs, I'm going to go Suns over Thunder. But I just don't know if I can do it. Do two play-in teams really make the fucking conference finals? I mean, how
Yeah,
realistic is
of
that?
all things, from the play-in to the conference finals.
I
From
don't know. I
man,
I say Thunder.
they
I
just
would go.
on paper look like the best teams in the West.
That's what I'm saying. KD versus LeBron would feed families. Oh my god. Devin
My
Booker.
number one bet game on FanDuel would automatically be that game.
What I'm saying, bro. All day long. The whole series.
I'd have 95 place bets.
I don't know. I don't know, dude. I think the Thunder do it. So don't know, dude. The West is so hard, bro.
I just think the Thunder are deep enough to take out the Suns.
Okay.
They
So
got
we're going
Chet. They're just deep.
they are
They're
deep, bro.
young
They're
and deep.
good. They're really good, dude. They are. Shea's a monster, bro. He's the most clutch player in the league. He's so good.
Exactly.
All right. Thunder Lakers. Conference finals. What a game this is. What a series
Yeah.
this is, huh? Thunder and
Chet and
Lakers, huh?
AD, Shy and
LeBron and
D'Lo,
Shea. LeBron guarding Lou Gant's
Blue
Dort.
Dorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, you're gonna have to take over if you want the Lakers out of here, bro, because I just can't bring myself to do it. If LeBron gets there, he's got to finish the job, right? I mean, finish the story, Bron. Come on.
I don't know.
Uh,
he's got next season to play with Bronny if he's
Next
drafted.
season, I don't even
If he's
know.
drafted.
I don't even know if the Lakers are relevant next season. That's
That
been
doesn't mean
weird.
LeBron's gonna be a part of it.
He literally
He's gonna
signed
play
an
with Bronny.
extension. He literally signed. They would have to trade him. He signed a 2-year extension.
And he can be traded.
You better
He's
give
gonna play
us
with Bronny.
the barnyard. You better give us your whole backyard full of people. You better start calling people up from the
Backyard
G.
for who? For a LeBron that's gonna demand to play with Bronny or
They
sit out?
better they better start calling up G leaguers and high schoolers, and they better be a 30-1 trade. I mean, if we don't have 3 basketball teams out of LeBron James, I don't want it. Come on now. I,
At least one of them gotta be good,
that's
right?
what I'm saying, bro. The 33% chance. Come on, man. I like those odds. I don't know who. I wouldn't hate the Thunder.
Thunder, I don't know. They're just
I think
deep. They're
they're good.
deep.
They are. I'm not gonna hate you for the Thunder if you pick Thunder.
I think this is where they do it.
Jesus Christ, I hate you.
I
Take
know
back.
you do,
I
but
take back everything I said. No way, bro. All right,
I just
whatever. Whatever,
For
bro.
me personally,
That's so BS. You don't even know what you're talking about. All right.
oh my God, here we go. The same
Celtics
person that
versus
15 seconds ago said we could very well lose to Denver.
Celtics versus Heat. Who you got?
This shouldn't even be a question.
All right. All right. We got what, 3 and 6? We got Knicks and Pacers. All right.
Oh, see, I just
No.
think we.
Cap.
Yeah, I was about to say, aren't we at like 5?
4 and 5. Cavs and Magic.
Oh no, we aren't. Okay, Cavs and Magic.
I got the Cavs.
Yeah, D Mitch and a healthy series. Darius Garland.
For sure. All right, now we have 3 and 6. Knicks and Pacers.
I think we beat him in a series, bro.
I, I don't know,
Tyrese.
man. The Knicks are good, dude. They're about to be the 2 seed, possibly. This matchup could possibly not even happen, but the Knicks could very well be the 2 seed going into playoff time. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
we play the Cavs tonight.
The Knicks are rolling, bro. Jalen Brunson is that guy, 1,000,000%. The Pacers have looked since All Star break. Tyrese Halliburton, in particular, has looked eh. Uh, Listen, if you would have gave me this matchup 3 months ago, before All Star break, when Tyrese Halliburton was the best point guard in basketball, I would have said the Pacers swept them. No questions asked. But you're giving me this matchup now with how things have been the last month, last 2 months,
Yeah.
the way the Knicks have turned it up. DiVincenzo's playing the best basketball of his career. Josh Hart's a triple double machine. Jalen Brunson is the star of the show. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I would say Knicks personally, if I'm being honest.
I mean, we can put the Knicks. I just don't think we would ever. I think we beat them in a series, 7-game series. I think Tyrese would be a lot more in form against the Knicks. He did it last time we played him. Miles Turner stepped it up big lately, surprisingly after 9 seasons in the league. But I mean, this team is coming together. We're deep, and I mean, without injury and Tyrese's sudden fall off and inconsistency lately, we're a team that could have very well been the 2-3 seed and could still end up a 5 seed within tonight's game. My watch died, but pretty sure now live or within 30 some minutes, whatever.
All right, we'll go Pacers. Bucks and 76ers. I got Philly. I'm not gonna lie to
You
you.
think Giannis or Joel
I think
stops Giannis?
I think the Bucks are mid with Doc Rivers. I really do. I think Doc
I
Rivers
hate Doc
was the
Rivers
worst.
and the
He was the
Bucks.
worst coaching decision of all time for Milwaukee. The firing of Jesus. Why am I blanking his name right now? Completely blanking it. Not Adrian. Was it Adrian Griffin? That's not who it was it? Yeah, it was. Something like that.
No.
No. Why am I blanking his name? Lord have mercy. I don't know. The firing of their other coach to
Yeah, I
start
don't
the
know. 'Cause
season was ridiculous. It was crazy. I don't think they should have done it. I think the Bucks have been very mid
yeah,
since
none
then.
else he could have done in his position.
Yeah. I think the 76ers dog walked the Bucks in the playoffs. With a healthy Joel Embiid,
I can
Tyrese
see that.
Maxey. Who you got?
I can see that 100% because I don't like the Bucks. I don't like Doc Rivers. And I mean, I think they're overrated. Damian Lillard is probably the most inconsistent player this season. And if anyone was going to knock him out, Philly would a healthy MVP Joel Embiid is the perfect candidate to do it.
All right. So that brings us to the top of the second round. Celtics versus Cavs. Gotta go Boston, bro. I gotta go. It's gotta
What
be
a
Boston.
series, but it'd be a beautiful series to watch.
It would. But I think the star power Boston has, dude, is just great. I mean, they're the only 60-plus win team of the year. The best team in basketball by far, by long shots. I mean, Jason Tatum's that guy.
Yeah.
Um,
They
I guess.
picked up Kristaps Porzingis and just never looked away.
Yeah.
Shot
At
off
all.
since then. They're on a roll.
So we going Celtics?
100%.
All right. Brings us to the next matchup, Pacers and 76ers.
Uh,
I,
well,
I don't want to be the guy to say it, but I think I have Philly. I don't want it to
I
sound
don't
like
know.
hate.
It's hard to say, but Miles Turner is always the worst against elite centers. I just don't. Yeah, I think if we're getting stopped, Philly would definitely be a good candidate. A team that's only a play-in team because Joel Embiid was out half the season.
No, literally. So are we in agreement on Philly?
Yeah, I
Right.
guess.
That brings us to Celtics versus 76ers in the conference finals. Listen,
They're due, baby.
I've
Celtics to
been
the
right.
finals.
Yeah, I've been riding Philly this whole time coming out of the play-in, but you're absolutely right. Jason Tatum's due. Jason Tatum needs a ring. I think the Celtics get over it and move on to the finals for sure. I got Celtics all day. All right, so that brings us to the big matchup, the NBA Finals. Boston Celtics
You
versus the
know,
OKC Thunder.
it would be crazy to see Jason Tatum get his ring against his idol's team, the Los Angeles Lakers. Not
You
Kobe
wanted to
Bryant,
go
but
Thunder. You're the one that
Thunder
wanted
up,
to go Thunder.
baby.
Yeah. Celtics Thunder.
I don't write the script.
If that's what we're sticking with, I love the Thunder. They're a young team. Their time will come. They got to the finals. But it's Jason Tatum's time, bro. All day long.
Facts.
Jason Tatum needs his ring, bro.
You do.
Yeah, he's so due. So due. Finals MVP. He
Him and
needs his
JB have been putting in the work.
crown, that dude, bro. He deserves it. He very much so
Jaylen
deserves it.
Brown has fought through 4 or 5 seasons of people trade rumors, people wanting to get rid of him for another star. Maybe someone else with Jason Tatum would get us to the finals, et cetera, et cetera. Brad Stevens moving to the front office, all these extra moves. And I mean, they're finally 60 plus wins. They're due.
Absolutely. It's the Celtics here, man. Stand up, Celtics fans. Jason Tatum to the
Facts.
top.
Clover up or whatever y'all say.
Yeah, whatever you do. Number 17. All right. They'll retie us with championships after our bubble ring.
Yep.
Celtics and Lakers will be tied once again.
And then when Bronny is drafted by the Lakers and y'all get the 18th ring against the Celtics in the finals when it's the battle for 18. See, make me the scriptwriter, baby.
All I'm saying, baby, LeBron gets his championship to walk off into the sunset. Bronny takes over. It's Bronny and AD's team, baby. Let's ride.
He's literally handed the torch when LeBron hands him the finals trophy.
And then it's all him from there. LeBron gets to ride off into the sunset as a 5-time champion. Full hand of rings. Be beautiful. Would be beautiful. But
Two with the
that
Lakers to officially cement a giant argument of whether he deserves to be considered a Laker, have his jersey retired, etc.
who, Braun? Who, Braun?
Yeah.
Braun for sure will get his jersey retired. He won a championship with us.
By the Lakers is a stretch. You can't retire every number. By the Cavs and Heat, no hesitation.
He won
But
us a championship. If he won us two, he would for sure get his jersey retired. No
okay, who
questions
retired
asked.
Robert Horry's jersey?
Because Robert Horry isn't the GOAT.
He got 7 rings.
Okay, but he's not LeBron James.
He's got 7 rings.
Not even close. Okay, Patrick McCall has like 4. We gonna retire his?
Exactly. So why does LeBron get his retired for getting
It's
one?
still LeBron.
When AD got y'all that ring.
Oh my God. Listen.
You were the same one that's like, oh, he don't need nothing over in LA. This is Kobe's team. He's been here one season. He ain't really done nothing.
Okay, but now he's been here like 5. It's a different story now. He stayed loyal. He re-signed his contract. He's putting on for the
He was
city.
in here 85 years and brought y'all losing seasons.
He brought us a championship. Are we still? He brought us a conference finals last year
after missing the playoffs completely. Then he went to Adam Silver and he's like,
because
look, I need you to add this play-in idea. So even if I'm 2 seeds out of the playoffs, I still have a chance, even while leading the league 300 plus free throw attempts.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
Are you happy? You feel content?
No?
Okay, then keep going. Knock yourself out. Get it off your chest, big fella. Whatever pain you're holding inside of you from that in-season tournament, let it out.
Oh, here we go.
Just don't forget.
In season.
Just don't forget. Lakers on top, baby. All right. With that being said, that is our NBA little too early playoff prediction brackets. When the real bracket comes out, we'll probably be making them on our own time and sharing them with you guys, so be prepared for that. But with NBA talk coming to a close, that just about brings us to the end of things around here. We got through our big slate. Gave you guys some MLB talk, some great parlay builders for tonight. Obviously, some NFL talk. Gave you some preseason, still way too early draft rankings, team rankings. And then finished it out with our NBA playoff predictions. Got through everything we wanted, and had a lot of fun doing it.
Absolutely. Obviously, an adjusted slate with our Zoom show this week, but appreciate everyone that tuned in, everyone that commented, whatever it was this week. It was a fun show.
Absolutely. Still bringing you guys top-notch product, no matter where we at in the world, baby. Always making it work. We had a lot of fun. We hope you guys enjoyed. It's a great slate and a big weekend to enjoy. Enjoy UFC 300. Enjoy big NBA and baseball slates tonight. A lot of fun, a lot of sports going on. And once again, it's obviously the weekend. It's time to sit back and relax.
Absolutely.
Any last words before we begin to close things out here, Jonathan?
Just everybody stay tuned to all of our socials, obviously. Facebook, X, Insta. Make sure you check out our link tree in our Facebook bio. It's got everything. Go to Spotify, freelancesportscasting.com/podcast, or YouTube. Stay tuned into everything.
Absolutely. We're available on every platform possible, so no excuses. Please go give our website a check at freelancesportscasting.com/Travis Jon Show. We have our 2 previous mock drafts live on the website for you guys to go give a look at, and a bunch of other things on there to scroll around and check out. Freelance does a great job with everything on the website, and we appreciate them for everything they do for us. So big shout out to those guys over there. But
absolutely.
that will just about do it for us tonight. We had a lot of fun. We hope you guys enjoyed. We hope you guys tune in next Friday. We're live every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, so be prepared for that. Always have post updates and Reds lineups coming out on the Facebook page. So if you're a baseball fan and want to know who's playing today, go check at the Travis and Jon Show. You'll find it.
Exactly. Pacer win post, UFC post, NFL season, draft, mocks, etc. We got it all.
Everything sports related, baby. If you're a sports fan, you're at the right spot.
100%.
Well, with that being said, that'll just about do it. We appreciate all the love, appreciate everything from this week's episode. We'll see you guys next Friday. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Appreciate you for tuning in. And as always, it's been the Travis and Jon Show.
Live.
On Facebook Live. Peace out.